Hi everyone, this reading is for the next 7 days. So we're going to have a look and see what's coming through for your next 7 days and also what messages we do have. So we have got here these 3 wonderful groups, and whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. I just want to say as well, my background really isn't finished yet, so I know it looks a little bit random. There's like a little bit of everything all over the place, and that is because it's going to be finished very, very soon, but I still have some pieces that I'm working on to incorporate, and of course it is nowhere near done here, so yeah, just excuse it for now, but of course the main focus is the reading. So I'm really hoping the reading helps you. Got group number 1 here with this beautiful green crystal, group 2 here with this beautiful purple crystal, and group 3 here with this blue crystal. So whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. The timestamps will be in the description box below. You can check them out, and yeah, that's what you can do. You can check them out, and then you can also click on the one that really you feel is your reading, and then it will bring you to the reading to watch it. So this is a timeless reading, you know, from whenever you are watching this is for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you find something useful or helpful throughout the course of this reading, and we'll get started. So also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be in the description box below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours, and the last thing I want to mention is my intention items. So I have an Etsy store with intention manifesting items on it, handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. Check out the review section to see how other people have seen results with these. There's also face masks, crystals, divination coins, charms, pendulums, cloths, bowls, etc. From me to you, the link is in the description box below. Alright, so we're going to start first of all with group number 1, and then we'll see what's coming through. And also what information I can give to you, which of course is very handy. Handy dandy. Okay, let's put this, you know, the decorations are very random, so let's make it even more random. So here we go. Okay, I also just need to grab the other cards, which I completely forgot about. Let me grab these. Alright, perfect. Got everything, and we shall begin. Alright, group number 1, your next 7 days. Let's have a look and see what is coming through, what messages I have for you. You've chosen this beautiful green crystal, so let's just put it right here. Alright, so let's see first of all with tarot what's coming through, then we'll go into the oracle cards, the food fortunes, we'll do charms, letters, and that will be that. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'm sorry my background is a little bit all over the place. I want to apologise because I know it's not finished, and so it's bugging me until it will be finished. So it looks very random, but let's just go with it, you know, let's just go with it. So we have here, next 7 days, first card is a tower. Don't click off this reading. I know a lot of people see negative cards, and the first instinct they have is, I gotta go, I gotta click the X, I gotta go, I gotta leave. It's not what I want to see. But sometimes there's a silver lining as to why that card is there. Page of Cups, Fool, Six of Cups. Wow! Oh my gosh. Sorry, it sounded like a little bit like my bird. My parrot. My parrot does go, wah! Probably because I do it, and you've got a ton of cards here. Oh my gosh, this is way too many to take. If I actually showed you how many these are, you'd be like, whoa, that's a lot. Okay, I'll keep these 3 that are sitting here, because they're on camera as well, to a degree. So you've got the Six of Cups here. You know how sometimes we want to be in control, and we really want control, and we want to do everything to maintain that sense of control because it makes us feel validated. I feel here that there's something where you may lose control over the next 7 days, however, it's for your highest good. So say, for example, the tower crumbles or the tower has cracks in it. There's really nothing you can do, right? It's like when a natural disaster strikes. Not saying that a natural disaster is going to strike or anything in that on that sense, but this is like in our personal lives. When something happens, there's nothing you can do except for doing you and just trying to keep positive and things like that, you know, the usual stuff. The Tower here is a very, very strong energy, which is really significantly pointing towards the fact that I really do believe that this is happening for your highest good. Even the Page of Cups shows that it's for your highest good. See, there's a sense of, I caught this fish, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, but then the fish jumps out of the cup and wants to go back into its natural habitat, and there's a sense of, wait a second, you were mine. How dare you not be mine? I need to go find that fish again. Hello, fish. You know, it's that sense of control. It's that sense of needing control. And we see that here. We also see that here as well with the Six of Cups, right? That sense of, this is supposed to be mine. This is supposed to be a part of what's meant to happen. And sometimes, remember that spirit guides, the universe, they can hear conversations we cannot hear. They can see things we cannot see. And sometimes we think that something's really good for us, and sometimes it's not. So over the next 7 days, you may lose control of something, but it's happening for your highest good. So like I said at the beginning, a lot of people, when they see the Tower, they just click straight off of it. And I can understand. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Your energy is valid. Your intuition is valid. However, in time, you will understand why this has happened. And I really feel like it's for your highest good. I mean, some of you may even feel like, yeah, okay, at some point I knew that this was not going to work out, or it just wasn't going to happen in my way. And so your intuition's kind of already speaking in that sense. See the Four of Cups as well. See, something it's escaping the cup. Really is. And the Four of Cups can also feel like rejection. I don't really want to be negative, but I can't lie to you in regards to what's on the cards. All I will say is that this is for the best, and in terms of the highest good. You may not feel like it is, but it truly, truly is. Alright, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles. See, for your independence and your confidence and your personal abundance, this really is happening for your highest good. You may not feel that way. You may think it's a load of BS, but I honestly do believe that this is serving for a higher good. And again, you may not see it, but that's what's happening. You've even got Judgment here, see? Spirit guides, angels, God, you know, whoever it is that you believe in, they are standing by your side. They're there to protect you. They're there to help you. And when certain things don't go your way, it's not to say that they're turning their back on you. They are trying to help you for your highest good. They can see things that you can't see. They're willing to put things into place that you could have never even dreamed of having before. So think about it sometimes, that you may think you know what you want, but they want more for you. And when you think about things in that way, it is very uplifting. It is extremely, extremely beautiful. It just goes to show you there's so much more. There's so much more coming your way. And the next 7 days may be difficult, but actually it's happening for your highest good. So if you shift your energy towards, okay, well, this thing may not work out for me, but it's okay, because whatever happens for me is for my highest good, you're already turning it much more into your favor. There's a silver lining, and a lot of you may not see this silver lining, but it really does exist. It truly is there. And that is what I really want to share here. See, even with Judgment, you've got these little like skeletons there. I got the Queen of Wands, by the way. Right here, there's a few other cards that flipped over, but there was way too many, so that's the main card that I saw at the top. So the Queen of Wands is an energy here of just knowing that what's happening is for your best, and is for the best, right? So you've got these skeletons here as well. You may feel like, oh my gosh, this is just not great. I feel like I'm at a dead end, but actually it's helping to revive things, because Judgment is about Pluto and Scorpio, and those two energies are all about transformation, fulfillment, change, progression. Those are great, great energies. Even if you feel like it's not, it really is working in your favor, not necessarily against you. So keep that in mind as well. All right, and then let's see what else we have. Next 7 days, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Eight of Swords here as well. Yeah, there's definitely this sense of like feeling a little bit stuck, but still feeling like, you know what, I can get through this, I can move through this, I can move past it. So yeah, there can be a bit of rejection here. There can be the sense of feeling very all over the place. There can be the sense of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm healing, and then suddenly you have a bit of a setback, or you feel triggered. Everything is happening for your highest good. The Eight of Swords comes with the Emperor. That just goes to show that there is an uplifting energy which is underlining everything, which goes to show that there's so much more to come. There's so much more to progress as well. And then we've got the King of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So that Ace of Wands is really quite special with the lizard, because you've got the lizard here in the Queen of Wands card. And traditionally in tarot, the King of Wands also has the lizard as well. So this really is showing that you have, you know, this power to really make things happen, to go the distance, to progress forward. The Page of Swords here shows that there's a sense of, oh my gosh, sorry. My whole deck just fell over. I rested my hand, my, what do you call this bit of your hand? Arm? I rested my arm on it and then the deck just fell over, so that was, sorry, my fault. Yeah, so the King of Wands here is about willpower, it's about strength, it's about moving forward and progressing forward, and the Page of Swords here is again about finding those little elements that really give you, you know, a lot of happiness and a lot of joy in that sense. God, this deck looks so skinny in comparison to the other ones, and that's mainly because the cards are very, very thin in comparison. So that's what we have there. Okay, so next 7 days is really about uplifting yourself, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, looking after yourself. These things will really help overall in regards to the way in which things progress for you. So that's really what I see there. So let's now go to the Oracle cards. I wish I had a bit more of a positive energy, but you know what? This is pretty positive when you look at it from a different perspective. Because whatever's happening for your highest good, sure, it may feel like a setback, but it's bringing bigger things into the picture. So whether you're rejected, or you feel rejected in regards to love or family members or even career or educational related things, there is a bit of a silver lining. So, I just said education. Or did I say learning, studying? I said something, right? But it goes with this particular card. Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time. Okay, so next 7 days you're learning, you're growing, you're moving forward, you're progressing. Even when you're being educated, you can have setbacks where you forget certain things, or you think you know something, but then you feel like you don't. So, you know, one of those things here is that you're being educated at this time, you're learning, you're growing, and that's the next 7 days that I see right there. Okay, so let's go now to these food fortune cards. See what's coming through. A lot of you have said these are really accurate, so I continue to use them based on your feedback. Let's get a few of these. These could be foods that you're craving, can be foods that you eat over the next 7 days, or foods that you see a lot. For example, you might see in adverts, commercials, or you may you know, hear about other people eating these foods. It happened actually once. I actually pulled this particular card and I thought, there's no way I'm eating that, you know, because I didn't have any of those ingredients at home, and also I don't, well, it was a Vietnamese card, and also we don't really have any like Vietnamese takeaways near us anyways, so I mean, then I was like, that's not really gonna happen in that case. And then yeah, someone called me and was talking about Vietnamese food, and I was like, that makes so much sense, you know, it just does in that sense. So we have got here the New Englander. So we've got sort of like a bread bowl with things inside of it. I think, I'm not too familiar with bread bowls to be honest, but from what I can tell, they put soup inside, or you can put loads of other things inside. You've also got here Page of Sides, so got like some sides, I believe, of fresh green beans or canned green beans. It depends how you see it. And then we got here the many names, so this is like a sub sandwich. So that's what we've got right there. Let's now go to your charms and your letters and see what's coming through there as well. All right, and we'll have a little look and see what we get. Should I use the little words as well? I think we should. I should use the cubes. So we've got letters, dice, and charms. And crystal message. Should we do a crystal message? Let's do that as well. Ta-da! We've got a lot happening. Okay, so number one, we will go to the letters. I'm going to get everything out at the same time so that I don't forget anything. Okay. So these are your letters. These also fell out as well. Letters. Okay, now we go with the dice. I'm going to do this off camera. It's just easier for me. Okay, and charm. I can do this one on camera. It's a little bit harder for me when they're heavier. Okay, and charms. Okay, we have everything. This just makes it so much easier because then I can just talk about it all as I see it. So we've got here succor and we've got war. Okay, so first and foremost, the Emperor is known to be ruled by Aries. Aries is connected to Mars. Mars is known as the planet of war. So there we go. We've got definitely this very strong Mars energy coming through here. You may feel like you're kind of at war or you feel very frustrated. Actually, do you know what? The Tower is ruled by Mars as well. The Tower is literally ruled by Mars. So you've got two very strong, dominant Mars energies literally right there, which signifies that you may feel like you're at war with someone. You may feel like things are not going your way. You may feel like things are kind of just, things that came into your hand are suddenly escaping your hands, or you're losing control of certain things. This is a pretty significant energy. We also have here succor as well. You may feel like you are a sucker, you may feel like a loser, you may feel like everything sucks, things are not going your way, things are just not progressing the way that you want them to progress. The other thing here that I also see is nurture. So it's really important to nurture yourself at this time despite the struggles and despite the problems, because there is a silver lining and things will get better. That's something that I see here. Now, I think that the other thing that I'm seeing straight away is the music, right? So music can help to really make you feel much better, especially with the King of Swords and the Page of Swords right there. That can actually really uplift your energy, uplift your mood. Even meditation music, calming music like rain music, or Water of the Waves, that can really help to calm. Music can do wonders. That's what I'm picking up, especially for those of you feeling really, really down. We also have here sleeping as well. Some of you may have trouble sleeping, but also I do feel like your sleeping patterns will get better as time goes by. The other word that I see from the direction that I'm in is touches. Okay, so that's something that's interesting. I think it will resonate to many of you in different ways, so I thought I'd mention that. And the other word here is feeling. Okay, so yeah, your emotions are quite high during the next 7 days, but you've got this, okay? You've got this. It's for your highest good. We also have the word for. So I keep saying, for your highest good. So I feel like that makes a lot of sense. We've got as, and then we've also got here off. Okay, so those are just a couple of the other words as well that we're picking up here as of the next 7 days. We have got here miracle. So whatever is happening here is actually for your highest good. So you may not see it as a miracle, but in the future I feel you will. We've also got fearless as well. So again, I really feel that many of you may feel not so great, but in time you'll feel much, much better in terms of how things are progressing and how things are going. And you really do have this strength and confidence within yourself, which just needs to be nurtured a bit more. You've got here this beautiful flower, which shows blooming, growing, progressing, this progressive nature that's happening. You've got the clear quartz as well, which really goes to show that you are starting to see things clearly over the next 7 days. And then also you've got this dragonfly, which is about, having that sense of freedom. You've got here the leaf as well, which is about change and growth. Speaking of which, you've got another flower here, change and growth, flower. Then you've also got here as well, what is this? I thought it was a bat, but honestly I'm not really sure what that is. Either way, I see wings here, right? And you see the dragonfly, and this really does show, again, growth, transformation, change, progression. You also have here the whale as well. Now, whale music is also known to be very calming as well, so some of you may find that very calming. The whale here is also about living, larger than life and just knowing that whatever's meant to be will happen. And the whale spirit animal is definitely very, very, it's very dominant in many ways because, first of all, whales are, they are very, very beautiful, but also at the same time as well, it is this energy of larger than life and an energy here of progression and an energy here of things really being so much better as well as time goes by. So there's definitely this really, really strong and very powerful, very dominant energy coming through in that regard, which I think is actually really, really wonderful. It is. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. I think that it's something that is totally worth having and seeing here, right? It just goes to show that things, I know this sounds so cliche for anyone to say on the other side of the camera, but I do feel like things will get better. So then there's that. Okay, and then you've got here your letters. So this could be initials for someone else. This could be your initials. It could spell out words. So let me know if you see anything. We've got an O, an A, and an E. We got a W, an E, J, A, G. Are we spelling out algae? You know, algae? Because we've got a lot of A's and E's and G's. Algae. Well, to be honest, do you know what the funny thing about algae is? Well, I guess it's not really funny, but you know in fish tanks when you have algae, there are certain fish that actually eat algae, so you don't actually have to clean it. It's like the fish in the pond, like, no, fish in the tank would actually clean it themselves, like that's what they actually eat. So it can seem like a very frustrating thing, but actually then in the right environment, it's something that just gets cleared up by itself if you put the right fish in. So it's to do with the right environment, and it's also to do with the fact that sometimes there is also very healthy algae that is also needed. And you know, it's a little bit like mushrooms, like some of them are poisonous, but then some of them are really great for us, right? So it's something to keep in mind. Like there are certain fish that we should that some people eat. I don't actually eat fish, so I don't know why I said we, because I don't eat fish. I don't really like fish. But you know how some people eat certain fish, and there's some fish that are poisonous, for example, and some people obviously are vegan. They would never touch fish. But that's kind of vibe that I want to give here, is that like obviously some things are good, some things are not so great. I don't know why I just thought with that with algae, but maybe it makes sense here somewhere else. Got another W, we've got an L, and we've got leg as well, so there could be something to do with leg, lag as well. Like some of you may just feel really, really tired as well, but that is what we have got. We've also got leak as well, so keep that in mind. I mean, to be honest, we've also got we, so I don't know what's going on really here, but that is what we have. And we also have wow, okay, so there is this silver lining that I do pick up eventually as time goes by, so it's something to keep in mind. So this is your reading, group number 1. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do click on the little bell notification next to the subscribe button so that my videos go into your subscription box. And also the information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items are all on Etsy, so do check that out if you're interested. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye! Okay, so take these away. Take these away. Okay, just put that there. Let's put these here, and yeah, these need to go in here. Okay, let's take these away. Let's take these away. Group 2, this is your reading for the next 7 days. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through and what messages I can give to you. Literally, as I was just setting up this pile, which I do real time because I don't edit my videos in such a way, so I literally started singing, or humming should I say, Under the Sea by The Little Mermaid. I don't know, maybe that resonates with some of you in certain circumstances, but it was really strange. Okay. Anywho, we're going to look and see what's coming through for the next 7 days. It's a timeless reading, so from whenever you're watching this, it's going to apply for the next 7 days. Alright, so you've chosen this beautiful pink crystal. Let's just put it right here. And yeah, let's have a look and see what's coming through with your reading. So yes, I know everything looks a little bit random. Let's just excuse that for today's reading. It's not always going to look like this, just want to mention that. So we'll just pay more attention to the reading for now. Okay, so let's have a look and see next 7 days. By the way, we're also going to look into oracle cards, food fortune cards, tarot cards, crystal messages, divination dice, charms, and letters. Yes, we are getting more info as we go along. So next 7 days, got the King of Pentacles. Oh, okay, 6 of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, that's the way, okay, I like it, okay, so you've got the Four of Cups here as well, okay, wow, we've got Fool, Seven of Wands, Ten of Cups, Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Wow, okay. Any obstacles or challenges that you feel like you're facing, you are overcoming them over the next 7 days. I think it's beautiful. I love seeing what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of strength, there's a lot of confidence, there is a sense of finally feeling so much more stable. So it's a week of patience, it's a week of stability, it's a week of recharging. It is also a week here of feeling the best within yourself and as strong as you can within yourself as well. I definitely see that there's a really potent and very, very powerful energy that really does surround everything in regards to this particular reading. I think that it's beautiful, I think that it's lovely, I think that it just goes to show that there's such a strong energy coming through with the Fool here. You may also have this sort of spontaneous energy to do certain things or to go different places, which I think is interesting. I am fully aware also that certain countries are under lockdown measures and things like that, so just keep that in mind. But you might feel spontaneous to do things, for example, around your house, or you might be feeling spontaneous to go to a certain place or to drive to a certain place. So just, you know, keep that in mind. It can be very different for different people, but that energy also comes through with the Two of Wands as well, which I think is very, very fascinating, very interesting there. You've got the Ten of Cups as well, which shows a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of emotional joy. There's definitely something here that makes you feel happy, and it can be to do with communication that you have with someone else that just really uplifts you and makes you feel so much happier, so much more confident, so much more comfortable with the two pages as well. There's definitely this sense of feeling much, much happier, much more content, and much more fulfilled as well, where you just feel so much more, just so much happier. And that is definitely something that we are picking up on in regards to the reading. So I would say that this is really, honestly, very, very wonderful. I would also say as well that the most beautiful thing that I can see here is the fact that with the Four of Cups, this isn't necessarily rejection. What this is that you have the ability to make your own decisions without feeling like you have to constantly go at certain things or make certain things happen. You're really in control, and you feel also like you are in control. You're basically thinking to yourself, you know what, nobody can take away the power that I have within myself. You know, nobody can do the kind of things that nobody can, I'm trying to phrase this in the best way possible, nobody can take that power away from me. You know, even if they try to, I have my own power, and I think that a lot of you are feeling this here. You may feel like, okay, well, I'm not always powerless. Like, even if I want something so much, it's not like I'm, you know, trying to do it to the point where that's all that matters in my life. I do have, you know, other things I can do. So again, there's that sense of you not feeling completely powerless, and in fact, feeling very good within yourself. So that's what I see here. This Four of Cups definitely does go to show that you have the ability to make your own decisions, because rather than me seeing you, even though you're a very ambitious person, okay, rather than you always being this person that's always trying to give that cup, you also know that in certain moments you can be this person under the tree that also has options as well. You see what I mean? Like, you're not just limiting yourself to being one way or the other. You're very much so knowing that, you know, the roles can reverse, things can be different, that you are not always going to be the one trying to hold out that cup. So definitely keep that in mind, okay? Definitely keep that in mind. Now, in terms of love, it definitely does show that someone here can be much more progressive, much more open, definitely much more communicative with you. And that's great. That's great to see, especially with the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. But this can also be other people around you that really do appreciate you, and kind of, I guess in many ways as well, they want to see you win. So that's something that is definitely coming through so strong. And I think that that is quite a powerful energy amongst itself. So it's that sort of sense of like, you know, you got this, you can do this. You know, it's progressive. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that we do pick up right here, which I think is obviously quite significant in so many ways. And so that is literally what we have got going on. So that's what we have. So I would also say the Six of Cups can showcase some form of achievement, some form of success that makes you feel really happy and very, very content. The Fool here just shows, again, there could be some kind of new opportunity. The Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles shows growth and progression. You're really getting your head down, working very hard, trying to do the best you can for yourself, getting through any obstacles or challenges. The Empress here also shows a lot of love towards yourself, trying to do the best you can for yourself. And ultimately, the Two of Wands with the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles shows a lot of increased stability. So some of you might be getting a promotion, you might be getting a raise, but ultimately this is also about happiness as well, and can also be about love, where you feel like, wow, you know, I feel so loved. I've never felt so loved before. And so that energy is also very, very powerful and super strong as well. I do apologize, my heater is just overheating. Like, it's so hot. Oh, sorry, that was my divination dice. But I'm just going to turn it down a bit. I had these on my chair actually. So, alright, let's just put those there. Okay, so that's what we have there. We will get to the divination dice in a little bit. So let's see what your oracle cards have to say. I feel like we should go with this one. It says here, increase. You have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. So see, something here is happening. Something's going to give you a lot of happiness. You'll feel like, you know what, I have got power. I'm not completely lost without it. So that's the King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. You know, there is this increase in terms of the energy, which I definitely do pick up on, which is so, so lovely to see. And then let's go to your food fortunes. So a lot of you have said that these are super accurate, so I still continue to introduce them because I do feel like they could be very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so we've got here the Link, which is sausages. We've got here the Queen of Scythes, which is like a salad. We've also got here as well Knight of Sweets, so we've got here a really delicious looking cookie. Looks very delicious. So that is what we have right there, which definitely looks very interesting indeed. Alright, so that's what we've got there, and now let's go to charms, letters, messages, everything, crystal messages, and let's see what other information we have, which can also relate to the cards as well. Okay, so let's go first with the letters. Now this could spell out initials, words for the next 7 days, could be your initials, someone else's initials. Let's now just, I want to get everything out so that I don't miss an element. Okay. Let's get to these. Where are we? Okay, there's one there. And let's go with the charms. Okay, ta-da! Right, let's talk about these. So, from your angle, let's go to this one here. First of all, from my angle, I can see here jerk. I can also see finger, and I can also see here as well surface. Now, some of you might be like, okay, I mean, like those first two words you mean, they sound a little bit dodgy. What do you mean by that? So, you know, I don't feel like it's like a dodgy or extremely sexual, let's say, those particular aspects. What I do feel here with jerk is that you may feel like there are certain people that have perhaps done you wrong and made you feel like you lost your power, and there's this sense of you essentially rising up in a way where you are claiming that that is really not the case. Finger here is also quite important, where you may feel like certain people are always pointing the finger at you or blaming you, or just, you know, kind of like going like this, you know, or kind of like a vibe. And I feel like what's happening here is that you're actually rising to claim your own personal power by feeling that energy within yourself, and that's really helping things all around in many ways, and I think that it's really, really helping, you know, all around. So I feel like that's definitely something that is going on here. The other thing as well that we have with the, specifically what I feel with the other word is you've got here surface, right? So surface are things like surface level, you're really just trying to do the best that you can for yourself. I feel that many of you here are going to find that a lot of your sort of abundance that you've been waiting to have or waiting to manifest is starting to manifest. It's starting to progress, which I think is really, really beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like, you know, things are, especially if that person did not so nice things towards you, whether it's a colleague, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend or a lover, for example, someone romantic, those actions are all coming to the surface. Okay, other people are seeing it too. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We have here a, we have here those, we have that, and we have the. So that's what we've got there. Those words could mean something to you, so just keep that in mind. I literally said those and that. I'm like using them, but A can also be a letter as well that really resonates. Then you've got here as well limbs, and you've also got here hand. So yeah, some of you might have maybe some issues with your limbs or your hand, or it might feel very achy or very tired, so do keep that in mind. But I do feel like there is some form of good abundance coming your way over the next 7 days, so there is that very good energy that is that is manifesting. So I think that's a pretty good thing, I would say. So it's not like everything's completely out of the picture or completely gone, let's say. So I think that's obviously just super, super significant and very, very important. So let's go now to, where should we go? Happiness. Let's go to happiness. Okay, so more happiness is following through on the next 7 days. We also have here as well, I feel like there's something karmically that's going to happen to people that treated you badly before. So, I mean, technically, you know, yeah, that shouldn't really make us happy or make you happy, but it's something to know that if people have treated you wrong, eventually they will get karma for it. You may not see it, you may not understand it, you may not feel it, but I feel like they will, and that's something I see over the next 7 days. We also have the pyramid as well, so that's interesting because I feel like this just showcases lessons, it showcases understanding, it showcases, you know, emotional development, emotional growth, which is all progressing and manifesting in a very unique way. So that's definitely something that is happening, which we definitely do pick up on in regards to the cards. There we go. So what else do we have? Well, I will say one of the most interesting things that we do have here is that we've got music. Okay, so music here shows that a lot of you might be listening to more music, you might be building your own playlist, you might be just really obsessed with music. Could also be meditation music, spiritual music, different musics from different cultures. We also have the pyramids, so, you know, perhaps there's something to do with Middle Eastern culture, or well, the pyramids aren't just in the Middle East, right? But that's the kind of thing that I see, like different cultures, for example. Also, you've got the Page of Wands, which also has a pyramid in that particular card. So you might be watching documentaries about pyramids, or you know, that kind of stuff. Here that could relate to Egypt or ancient Egypt. That might be really quite fascinating towards to some of you in that sense. We also have here as well, from what I can pick up on, we have got here, I don't know what this is, I think that these are just, I'm going to refer to them as wings, but it kind of looks like a bat, but I feel like this is about, you know, finding your wings and flying despite any challenges or obstacles. Got the full stop, you know, sort of putting your foot down and being like, you know what, enough is enough, like I'm still going to progress forward despite any obstacles and challenges. We've got the pin here, which is also about faith. We also have here as well the ice cream. You know, some of you may feel like time is running out, but actually I don't feel like it is. This ice cream is telling you to kind of chill, you know, and take it easy. I mean, you're totally valid and totally entitled to feel what you do feel, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. But it is also telling you to take care of yourself and to, I guess in many ways, also put yourself first. That's quite significant too. So that's what we have there. What else do we have? Miracle. Okay, so yeah, you may have communication with someone here that you just completely unexpect, or it's unexpected and just gives you a lot of happiness, feels like a miracle, feels something like out of the blue, like you see a mermaid or something, you're like, oh my god, was that real? You know, when something happens and you're thinking, is that real? Did that really just happen? That's something I see happening here. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's coming through for your letters. This could be initials or words that are spelled out. So we got go. We also got so G-O-E-R-C. So we got core as well, C-O-R-E. We've got a V, a K. We've got a D and a W. So that is what we have in terms of your reading. So that's what I'm seeing for the next 7 days, what I see coming up for you, what I see progressing, what I see manifesting. I really hope that this helped you and gave you tons of clarity, tons of information, and of course lots and lots of knowledge in that sense as well. Yeah, I really, really hope that it did indeed help you. So yeah, that is what we have here. I really hope that this helps. And definitely do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, the intention store as well, the Etsy store. Also as well, if you haven't already, please do like this video, subscribe to my channel, and do click on the bell notification as well if you haven't already. And I hope that you will take care and stay safe. Alright, so let's take away these letters. And let me just put this in here. Let's put this in here. I'm going to actually just leave those there. They just don't want to stay. Okay, and we put these in here. Alright. Alright, group number 3. Let's have a look and see what the next 7 days are bringing to you, what information we have, what clarity I can give you. So we're going to start first of all with tarot, then we will go to charms, letters, oracle cards, food fortunes. Lots and lots of information will come through for sure. Divination dice as well. So you've chosen this pile with the beautiful blue. Again, I just want to say, I know the background is so random right now. Please excuse it. I'm sure it doesn't bug a lot of you, but I'm sure it may bug 1 or 2 of you. But yeah, I just want to say that just for the sake of this video, let's not focus on it too much because it will be done very, very shortly because I'm still working on it, as I'm also doing the videos. Okay, so let's have a look and see the next 7 days, what we do have. We've got here 8 of Pentacles, so we've got Prudence. We've got here the Temperance, which is art. So Prudence shows here as well that there's this energy of definitely just kind of working hard, getting things done, doing what you can focus on, trying not to focus on things that are out of your control, having prudence to a degree, and really doing the best that you can for yourself and just manifesting and also managing your expectations. Art here shows that some of you may be feeling very, very creative. You might be making your own art. You might be looking at videos of people making art. You might be very interested in art, researching about it, watching documentaries. There's something to do with art. And art is in many different forms. It's not just about painting. Like, this is something I've been doing, but art is in many different forms. Like I said, art can be the arts in terms of, like, for example, drama and role play and acting, things like that. Arts can also be very much so to do with, even food, like decoration, interior design, fashion design, lots and lots of different things. So it's going to be different for all of you. It can also be DIY, decorating, painting, drawing, sewing, making your own little meditation shrine, things like that. There's so many forms of art. So keep that in mind. Doodling, journaling, things like that as well. Keep that in mind. 3D crafts, things like that, scrapbooking. Then we've also got celebration, 3 of Cups. So I feel like there is definitely some kind of celebration that will happen over the next 7 days. It could also be celebrating a very short victory or a very small thing that does happen. We've also got the mudras here as well. So they're basically different ways in which you use your hands, and it can also bring upon certain energies towards you. So a lot of these energies I see here are about victory, celebration, success, and just a lot of happiness, laughter, joy, fulfillment that I see here progressing for you. I'm just taking a sip of my tea. I just realised it was sitting there and I was like, oh. Okay, so can be a celebration here. Could be with others, but I feel like this is also about you celebrating your small wins. You've got here capabilities, you've got consciousness with the Ace of Swords, and then you've got the Page of Wands. So capabilities, I think this is really quite significant because it really does go to show that you'll be thinking more about your talents. You'll be thinking about the things that you can do rather than the things you cannot do, right? You're really managing things and you're understanding much more about yourself rather than thinking, oh my God, that person is just so amazing at X, Y, and Z, like I'll never be like them. Instead, you're saying, actually, you know what, I have a different set of capabilities and creative energies and things that I love to do. I'm unique, I'm different, and I really feel like with your consciousness as well, there's an awakening that's definitely happening here, which I think is really quite powerful, very, very strong, really lovely, you know, so I think that that's quite significant here. So we've got quite a few cards. So first of all, we've got receptivity. So you've got the Queen of Cups. This is about you feeling very much so in control, trying to do the best you can for yourself, trying to surround yourself in the best energy. This is also about, the Queen of Cups is very important in many ways because the Queen of Cups, sorry, I just put down this entire pile that did come out. The Queen of Cups is an energy about really putting yourself first and not feeling bad about your vulnerabilities or your energy, and actually just really owning how you feel and what you feel. So a lot of that is very much so to do with this particular energy here of doing what you feel is right for you. So we've got creativity here with the Empress, and this is again about doing things for yourself, but also Empress is interesting that you've got also art, right? So a lot of creativity, a lot of that energy to do things, to be proactive, whether that's for yourself or with others. You've got the Sun here, which is about innocence. We've also got here the Hanged Man, which is about new vision. So again, enlightenment, you know, more understanding, depth of understanding. We've also got here as well the Judgment, which is about a resurrection. So you're awakening, like there's something happening here where there's a breakthrough, there's progression, there is more occurring, there's more progression, there's more peace, there's more balance. It's great. I think this is really great. And then you've got here Dream, which is Six of Cups. So your dreams may be very heightened over the next 7 days. You might be finding a lot of inspiration through your dreams, so just keep that in mind. Even if you daydream, you might find inspiration. We do have Sorrow here. We've got the Emperor. So from sorrow, I feel like there's a breakthrough happening where you find enlightenment and you are able to channel any sorrow from the past or any sorrow that you feel over the next 7 days into this creative energy that just gives you so much more fulfillment and happiness and this sense of celebration. So that's where I feel like the sorrow is being channeled into. You know how some people say, I made my broken heart into art? Could be the case here, you know, where you're really channeling that. See, look at that, healing, King of Cups. That makes so much sense. You're channeling a really strong energy into something bigger. And that's what I see here, is that you're literally doing that. Wow, that made so much sense. That all really came together in many ways. And also you've got the Blue Crystal, which is also about healing, taking care of yourself, going with the flow, and communicating with yourself, having that willpower. Okay, now let's go to your Oracle cards. There's one that's sort of just gone a bit diagonal, so I'm going to grab this one. We've got boundaries. You are learning the gentle art of setting boundaries and saying no. So this is about also having power, you know, doing what is best for you, not always just saying yes when you don't want to, saying no when you actually want to, being there for yourself in that sense, and really just making sure that you take care of yourself and you put yourself first, which I think is really quite significant. It just goes to show that you are doing what's best for you and trying to absolutely, you know, do things in the way that you know you should be doing them. So that's good. That's great energy. Okay, so now I go to the food fortunes. Many people have said these have been super accurate, so this could be foods that you are craving or that you see a lot or that you actually do eat or that you make, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we've got here the beginning, which is eggs. We've got here Page of Drinks, which is sort of like, I believe that's a beer. I don't know. I don't really drink alcohol because I don't really like it. So my terminology on it is not great, in all honesty. Well, I can tell you very basic things, but you know, I feel like it's a beer. Okay, so I'm just going to go with that. Then we also have here the constant, which is this sort of bacon-like energy. I'm fully aware that everyone has their own sort of, well, some people do and some people don't, but a lot of people do have their preferences when it comes to food. They may not like certain things, but like I said, this could be things that you're seeing a lot as well. You might be seeing a lot of adverts for these kinds of foods on TV. You might be seeing adverts for these kinds of things on YouTube. You might be seeing recipes or, you know, things like that. So just keep in mind that these are things that you could be seeing, not necessarily just consuming and eating. So I do want to mention that. And of course, there are ways of making these types of foods that are not, you know, that can be in line to certain diets as well. So keep that in mind, that even though it's bacon, you can get also, you know, types of bacon that are not actually bacon, if you know what I mean. I thought I'd just clear that up as well. Okay, so now let's go to your, so actually, you know what's really interesting here? Kind of getting a very strong breakfast vibe, like having kind of like breakfast for dinner or breakfast for lunch and things like that, like this, that kind of vibe is coming through too. Okay, so now we go to letters, charms, the whole shebang. I'm going to get everything out at once because I think it's just easier. So the letters can be initials. It can also spell out words for the next 7 days. Okay, let's go with the crystal message. So the divination dice. Okay, let's go with charms. Okay, so let's start with these letters. We've got an L, O, K, U, W, B, and a D. And another O. We've got do. We've also got DOB, which stands for date of birth, which might help some of you. We've also got Lu as well. Okay, and Woo, W-O-O. Then we've also got here villain. Okay, so the words that I can see and you can see here are villain and hero. On the side, we've got doctor. So I think that's really interesting for some of you. Doctor can also mean as well that there is a sense of healing, right? So that's something that's coming through. Some of you may actually see a doctor, but some of you may also feel like one, where you kind of healed certain aspects of yourself in that sense. Obviously, you can't really be a doctor without qualifications. That's really important. I'm not trying to say that, oh, you're just going to become a doctor in the next 7 days. Congratulations. You know, that's obviously not what I'm trying to say, is but you may feel like, oh wow, you know, I healed this particular aspect of myself. So like it's like you're nursing yourself, like doctor towards yourself, you know. Hero as well. So that's interesting that you got hero and villain. That's quite fascinating. I think in many ways that some of you are healing from certain situations where you may feel like you were very much so the one that lost power, but actually you are a hero, and you're kind of seeing yourself more in that light, because some of you may have really blamed yourself for certain things. So that is definitely something that is coming through. I feel like you're taking much more power, much more control, and isn't there that phrase where the good always win in the end, or the good always get where they need to be in the end? Something like that. I'm pretty sure there's something like that. Isn't there a phrase like that? Or is it just me? It's probably just me, isn't it? What else do we have? We have also got, as well, in terms of the words, we've also got man, and we've also got lips. So yeah, there's something interesting here where it's very possible that the celebration you have could be with someone that really does care for you. But I also feel here as well, there is this element of nostalgia, especially nostalgia in regards to past connections, or something that just makes you feel very nostalgic and kind of comes back at you and makes you feel very, very all over the place. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, is that you may feel like, oh, I have nostalgia for that particular thing, and it just kind of goes round and round and round and round in your head and makes you feel like, I need to do this and I need to do that, and this is what I need to do, and this is how I've got to do this and that. So that's interesting. But also some of you might get really like chapped lips or very dry lips, so pay attention to your lips. That's what I would say. Okay, and in terms of man, it will resonate with you in some way. Okay, whether you are a man or whether you are a woman, or however you identify, it will resonate with you in some way. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. You've also got Strength as well. Some of you might be dealing with one, you know, or there could be someone very important in your life, or someone that wants to resolve things with you in the next 7 days. Could be a man who is a father figure, or a brother, or you know, romantically, or you know, things like that. We've also got Strength as well. You got this. We know that you've got this because there's a breakthrough happening. The cloud has a silver lining. That's what this shows. You've got this beautiful crystal crystal quartz, there we go. Crystal quartz. So the fog is clearing. That's what I see here. The unicorn here is about really accepting yourself, you know, and kind of seeing yourself as the hero of your life as well. And sort of rescuing yourself. That's the thing, right? With all this healing as well, you're going to feel like, wow, I could really rescue myself. And willpower. Really, really going for it. And you know, just getting to this place where you feel so strong and so content and so fulfilled within yourself, which I think is obviously really quite significant and very, very important. So there's a lot of really strong energy that's coming through. I mean, when we look at the fact that you have also got the Sun and the Empress, it just goes to show that there is so much more progression. Like some of you may feel very low, which we see here, right? But I really feel that the more you do, right, with the D and the O, the more you do, the less low you feel, because you will use that willpower to really progress forward and move forward. Especially if some people have really been like booing you and kind of against you, or kind of going against you in, you know, in various ways, you'll feel like, you know what, actually no, I've got my own power, I can do my own thing, I can move forward in the way that I have to move forward. And there's a sense of, you know, getting somewhere and getting to a place that makes you feel better, makes you feel happier, makes you feel much more content. And, you know, that's really what I see there, is this sense of things definitely progressing and moving forward in a much stronger way as I see things. So, you know, that's obviously something quite significant and very, very important, which is definitely coming through there. And yeah, I think that it's really great actually, because I do feel like there is real potential for you to feel so much better over the next 7 days, and to really adapt more of that power that you have within yourself. And not actually you feeling like you've lost it, but actually you feeling like, you know what, I'm gaining it, I'm progressing, I'm moving forward, it's going in my favour, you know, I'm not completely at a loss in that regard. So that's really what I am picking up on, which I think is quite the lovely energy, I have to say, and definitely very, very progressive and very strong. So yes, that is pretty much what we do have. So this is your reading with me, group number 3. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. You've got power, you got this, you can move forward, you know, that's really what I'm seeing here. Alright, so if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. I hope that you take care, I hope that you stay safe, of course, and don't forget to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you can very much so make sure that my videos go into your subscription box on the channel as well. So that is your reading, okay, and yeah, do take care everyone. Alright, so I'm just going to put everything back in real time. There we go. Going flying. Okay, take these away. Alright, so yeah, I will sign off and cheers to all of you. I've just got my tea here as well. I'll take this away and take a few sips of my tea, which is a bit cold now. But yes, I'm very much so looking forward to my background being done and really sharing that with you, which I will do in a new video on my channel. And yeah, it's taken some work as well, and it's been very start and stop, because just as I thought I'm kind of done with it and I've got, you know, just this and that to add, there's more that I want to add. So, you know, I take away some of the pieces and put some in and put some back, because I'm still trying to do the videos at the same time. So that's why everything is looking a little bit all over the place. I guess it's a little bit like when someone moves house and they're still trying to do maybe renovations, or they're trying to decorate certain parts. You know, it might look a little bit incomplete and things like that. So that's pretty much what's happening here, but you will see it very soon, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, take care everyone, bye.